is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are Minnesota.
Another beautiful day in the Windy City for the rubber match between the Twins and White Sox, both looking for their first series win, and Minnesota hoping to head home on a high note. It is a Sunday special with a pair of great pitchers squaring off. Phil Hughes for the Twins going for his first win of the season, and Chris Sale making his 2015 debut for the White Sox. He should be in for a great matchup with these two aces on the mound. I'm Jamie Hirsch inside sunny U.S. Cellular Field. There's really no question Phil Hughes has established himself as the ace of the staff for the Minnesota Twins, coming off a 16-win season that earned him a big contract extension with Minnesota. He faced David Price in Detroit, and today he gets Chris Sale, but he knows it's all part of being number one.
You know, you look at the number one starter, and it matters for opening day, and it matters in the playoffs when you set your rotation. Aside from that, everybody gets jumbled up in the middle of the year, and you know, you look at just trying to win every start you could possibly make, and guys go out there and try to give us a chance to win every time, and it doesn't matter if you're the number one or number five, you're just trying to go out and win a ball game.
Well, today Phil Hughes will try to outduel another ace. It is a Sunday sale, and we'll scout the Sox starter up next on Fox Sports North.
Fox Sports North is presented by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And by the all-new Chrysler 200, America's import.
Another tough challenge for the Twins hitters today. They face left-hander Chris Sale. Some Twins hitters have had some success against the tough left-hander. Brian Dozier, Trevor Plouffe, Kurt Suzuki, and some others hoping to have a good day here today to finish this road trip with a win. Another beautiful day in the south side of Chicago. Dick Bramer and Bert Blyleven for the final game of this road trip, and it has been a tough road trip for the Twins. They face some very good starting pitching, and maybe nobody tougher in the league than the guy they're facing today.
Yeah, Chris Sale just activated today off the disabled list. He had an accident at home that put him on a disabled list with a fractured right foot, but when this guy is on the mound, he is nasty. In all of baseball last year, 3rd in earned run average, 2nd in the American League. This guy is a strikeout pitcher. He has averaged over a strikeout per inning pitched, and over the last 3 years that he has been in the rotation, he's in the Cy Young Award voting at the end of the year, all 3 years in the top 6.
This is his opening day, and his bound opponent today was the Twins' opening day starter in Detroit. Twins hope to head home with a 2-4 mark on this tough road trip.
Not a typical lefty.
Sale, I love facing lefties, and I don't mind Sale. You ask someone else, a left-handed hitter, they think the exact opposite.
He's got a great fastball, and he complements it with a great changeup.
Chris Sale, a 3-time All-Star, finishing this road trip for the Twins. They've had to face David Price, Anibal Sanchez, Jeff Samardzija yesterday, and now Chris Sale. And they've seen firsthand why a lot of people think the American League Central might be the toughest division in the American League. It's because of the great starting pitching. And Paul Molitor hoping that this lineup can get enough runs to against Sale to head home with a win. Danny Santana followed by Brian Dozier. Joe Mauer, the designated hitter. Torrey Hunter, Trevor Plouffe, Eduardo Escobar back with the team after heading home to see his newborn son yesterday. Kurt Suzuki, Eduardo Nunez, and Shane Robinson.
And it will be Chris Sale making his first start of the year, just coming off the disabled list. Fractured his right foot in an accident at home. And very good numbers for Chris Sale. Those are his numbers from last year. 2.17 earned run average in the American League. Only King Felix Hernandez had a lower earned run average.
White Sox out in the field. Veteran Melky Cabrera, Adam Eaton, Avisail Garcia in the outfield. The defense brought to you by Northland Ford, Connor Gillespie, Alexei Ramirez, Micah Johnson, Jose Abreu, and Tyler Flowers back behind the plate. Danny Santana got a couple of hits in his first 2 at-bats of the ball game yesterday, and he takes strike 1 from Sale.
Yeah, Sale is not on a pitch count, somewhere between 90 and 100, so kind of a normal start. He's had a couple rehab starts, getting ready for this start.
Fly to center, and it's carrying Eaton back near the warning track, 1 away. And that will bring up Brian Dozier. Sam Holbrook with plate duty today. Phil Welke, James Hoy, John Hirschbeck on the bases. Twins were swept in Detroit. They won the opening game of this series. Had an early lead in game 2 yesterday. And then ended up losing a 1-run ball game. Here's Brian Dozier.
Yeah, Brian Dozier talked about the fastball of Chris Sale. The changeup, also a hard breaking ball. There's a fastball right there, clocked at 97.
Dozier's had some success. 5 hits, 19 at bats, couple of home runs against Sale.
Now Paul Molitor trying to put in as many right-handed hitters as possible against Sale, but he's tough on both the righty and lefty. Career average against Chris Sale coming into this ball game, 221. Left-handers hitting 194, right-handers 229.
Fastball. He's seen 3 fastballs. Dozier has all of them clocked at 97 miles per hour. Bumps her to third. Gillespie has it. 2 down. Sale was dismounting his truck, and he broke the bone, a bone in his right foot. Our Sanford Health injury report reinstated from the disabled list today. He would have been their opening day starter, and so today he makes his first start of the year. Hasn't faced major league hitters since last year. He didn't have much of a normal spring training. Did pitch in a minor league game back on the 6th of April. Joe Mauer, designated hitter, takes ball 1. And a strike, 1-1.
That's the changeup right there. Even it says 92. He does a good job of taking off and adding. Very good control.
Up the middle, and Mauer gets a base hit. Hitless yesterday, but 1 hit in every other game. A 2-out single will get Hunter. Torrey off to a slow start. Did not start the ball game yesterday. Entered as a pinch hitter.
Twins hoping that not Mauer, he may not steal a base, but they're hoping that some of the speedsters can get on against Sale. That's one of his weaknesses. He does not do a good job of holding on runners. But first you have to get the first base against him. Sale 6-1 in his career against the Twins, making his 9th career start, his 17th game against the Twins.
Fastball, 96. Torrey in quick 0-2 hole.
Yeah, Sale was her #1 pick back in 2009, and when he came up, actually in 2010, he came up that year, and they put him in the bullpen. They thought maybe he was going to be their future closer, and then in 2012, put him in that rotation.
Fastball, Torrey strikes out. Mauer left at first.
The Birds don't throw.
A scoreless top of the first inning.
I think I just need to, stick with my strengths and, attack with my fastball and not get too cutter happy or try to pitch backwards, things that I'm not really comfortable with. And, aside from a couple pitches, I felt like I threw the ball okay. And, if I can just kind of, be a little bit more aggressive and, go after guys with my fastball, I think I'll be a little bit better.
Well, Phil Hughes gave up a couple of home runs, only 16 allowed last year, and he gave up 2 to the Tigers. And here's Robin Ventura's batting order that will face Phil Hughes. Brought to you by Menards. Adam Eaton, Melky Cabrera, Jose Abreu, Adam LaRoche, Avisail Garcia, Alexei Ramirez, Connor Gillespie, Tyler Flowers, and Micah Johnson.
And it'll be Phil Hughes' job to keep the club in the game. That's what he wants to do against a tough and mound opponent in Chris Sale. He's had some success against the Chicago White Sox over his career. 4 wins, 4 losses, an ERA under 3, making his 12th career start.
And over the inside corner, 0-2 to Eaton. Both these teams in the bottom third in the American League in runs scored. And Eaton's slow start, one of the reasons why the White Sox have struggled to score runs. 1-2. Hughes had a finishing kick last year. He, in his last 9 starts, pitched at least 7 innings last year. That's one of the reasons the Twins felt good about giving him a contract extension. Well-publicized bonus that he passed on because he was a fraction of an inning away from reaching the threshold, but he really finished strong in terms of taking care of innings and pitching deep into ball games. And the Twins will be without Casey Fiend again here today, so to the extent Hughes can go at least 7 again here today, that's going to really help the Twins if they're going to win the ball game today.
Yeah, what you want your starters at the end of the year, you look back and say, give me what Phil Hughes gave me last year, almost 210 innings, consistency, almost every start. Keep your club in the game.
Santana glides toward the line, makes a catch, 1 away. Eaton finally retired. Northland Ford defense for the Twins, and the exception, I guess, of the left-handed hitting Jordan Schaefer. This is about as fast a defensive alignment as the Twins can have. Nunez in left, Robinson in center, Hunter in right, Escobar, Santana, Dozier, Plouffe at first, Suzuki behind the plate. Melky Cabrera will hit against Phil Hughes. Down and away, ball 1.
Former teammates going at each other right here. Cabrera, part of the Yankees, as Phil Hughes was. They played together for a couple years.
Up the middle and through for a base hit. Twins got a 2-out single to center. White Sox get a 1-out single to center. Phil Hughes is today's DraftKings player to watch. Play daily fantasy baseball for free on DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Enter promo code TWINCITY. Hughes last year faced the White Sox in his first start of the year. Faced the A's in his second start. Faced the Blue Jays in his third start. It took him till his 4th start before he picked up his first of 16 wins. There's a strike over the inside corner. You'd expect the pattern to continue here against Abreu, wouldn't you? The Twins have worked him over, whether it's the lefty Tommy Malone, the righty Mike Pelfrey yesterday, now right-hander Phil Hughes. They've really tried to bury the ball inside against Abreu. And out over the plate, foul back.
And that's where Suzuki sat up. So, Phil Hughes has excellent control, of course, by the numbers he had last year. Only 16 walks, 1 intentional, and 209 2/3 innings pitched. Best ever strikeout to walk ratio in Major League Baseball.
2 strikes to Abreu.
Now they may come in. Well, Suzuki sitting away again.
Oh, boy. Just let me backtrack for a moment. Casey Fiend unavailable today because of some tightness in his right shoulder. I think in a perfect world, if the Twins could get through tomorrow's game without using him. Tuesday there's an off day. Hoping that Casey can stay off the disabled list. 2 strikes to the White Sox first baseman. Suzuki.
A good job by Suzuki right there, keeping Cabrera at first base.
Abreu last year's American League Rookie of the Year. Some say that if the White Sox succeed as many expect them to this year, he's a legitimate MVP candidate this year. Most of the time, the Twins went through it with Puckett. The Orioles went through it with Ripken. It's tough to replace seamlessly a franchise-type player. And yet the White Sox, it looks like, have done that with Konerko fading into the sunset. And then here comes Abreu from Cuba stepping into the lineup. Ball hit to right field, a base hit. Cabrera will round second on his way to third. Hunter's throw cut off, and the White Sox have runners on the corner.
What kind of an inside-out swing. Talk about Abreu last year hit .391 against Twins pitching, and that ball maybe wanted to look like Suzuki sitting out again, but left out over the plate. Abreu kind of inside-out swing. Puts runners at first and third. The back-to-back hits off of Phil Hughes.
And now Chicago's designated hitter Adam LaRoche started the White Sox comeback yesterday with a home run against Mike Pelfrey. And it's 1-0 Chicago. He starts the scoring with a base hit. Abreu trying for third. Here's the throw to the bag, and he's out. By plenty. Eduardo Nunez to Eduardo Escobar. The White Sox get a run, but Abreu with a base running mistake for the second out.
Yeah, bad base running right there. The play is right in front of you. You cannot have that third base coach help you out. It's your decision to try to make it, and Nunez did a good job getting to the ball, one-hopping Escobar at third. LaRoche picking up an RBI, his second of the year, 1-0 Chicago lead. And Nunez does a good job one-hopping, like I mentioned, Escobar, and the second out at third.
3 straight singles for the White Sox, 2 down, and here is Garcia. Speed pitch over for a strike.
That's a big pitch right there for Hughes, only because it's got reports out on Phil Hughes. He'll attack you with the fastball, try to get ahead. He's around the plate. He throws strikes. So pitching hard in and then off-speed stuff away hopefully should help. He's just left some pitches up here so far here in the first inning.
Hughes gave up more than a hit per inning pitch last year, 209 and 2/3 innings, 221 hits. He was a perfect example of a guy who was able to do some damage control. He didn't walk people, as has been well documented. Kept the ball in the ballpark. Inside.
That's that little cutter right there that he'll try to throw on the inside part of the plate and come back a little bit.
Missed the inside corner. 1-2. Foul.
You know, it's fun to watch. I like watching the catcher, Kurt Suzuki, when you have a pitcher out there that has very good control. Because usually if Suzuki moves away, there's a good chance that ball's going to be outer half of the plate. If he sets in, it's good chance it's going to be inside. Now Suzuki going back inside. Just missing with that cutter again.
2-2.
I know last year a couple times Suzuki asked him, you know, how was it to catch Phil Hughes? He said, I felt like I was sitting on a rocking chair. You know, just moving in and out, and he hit the spots.
Catches the breaking pitch in the dirt, a check swing, the count's full, and now LaRoche will take off early from first.
Garcia able to hold up.
Plouffe will play behind the runner. He'll not hold him here with the count full. Trevor making just his second start at first base. And another one fouled back.
Garcia, only 23 years old, came over from the Tigers a couple years ago. Spent most of the season last year on a disabled list. Dove for a ball out in right field. Tore his labrum diving for that ball in right field. Had surgery on it. Played in only 46 games.
22nd pitch of the first inning for Phil Hughes. Another foul.
Hughes last year averaged about 7 strikeouts per 9, 186 strikeouts in 210 innings pitched.
Ninth pitch of this at bat. Red Sox have wasted 9 Phil Hughes pitches, fouling them off. And the 4th single. LaRoche will round second, go to third. 4th straight hit. Hughes hoping to get the third out here, and White Sox might be regretting making the second out at third base.
Exactly that. The fastball down and in. Garcia hitting it right back up the middle in the center field. 4 straight hits, but still it's a 1-0 ball game with 2 outs here. So a big out right here for Phil Hughes and the Twins.
Alexei Ramirez will hit. 6th man to bat. And Ramirez's numbers sluggish to start the season. Outside, ball 1.
Ramirez 6 hits in 23 at-bats against Phil Hughes. Off to a slow start.
Two and 0. Chris Sale made quick work of the Twins in the top of the first. Hughes struggling in the bottom of the inning. To left field. 1 run will score. 5th straight hit. And Garcia will be held at third. Ramirez with a double, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, Ramirez picking up his first extra base hit of the year. Driving in his 3rd run. Phil Hughes off to a slow start. 5 straight hits off of Hughes. Looking for that final out. Fell behind, came in with a fastball. Ramirez, very quick hands. Lines that ball into the corner. Nunez has to play the carom and get it back in. LaRoche scores his 2nd run, and Garcia stops at 3rd.
Twins scored the first 10 runs of this series, and now the White Sox have scored the next 7, including the first 2 here this afternoon, and a first inning quick trip to the mound by Neil Alman. White Sox were held to just 3 hits through the entire game here on Friday, and they already have 5 hits in the first inning here today. And suddenly this Connor Gillespie first inning at bat is an important one. Hughes needs to stop the string of consecutive hits at 5, or it could be 4-0. Strike 1. This is where people talk about the pitching matchup, Hughes against Sale. And of course it doesn't matter. You're not pitching against the other team's pitcher, but you find yourself, I think, in situations like this where maybe subconsciously you go, man, it's already 2-0, and we got to face Chris Sale. I got to get this guy out.
Exactly.
away, 1-1.
That's why I think you have to give credit to Jeff Zamarza yesterday. You know, after giving up 4 runs in the second inning, he put zeros on the board, allowed his team to come back, and that's what Phil Hughes has to do here. You know who your mound opponent is. You know that he's going to be tough on your offense, so you cannot give up any more runs.
1-1 to Gillespie. Foul, 1-2. And on a day when the Twins certainly hoping Phil Hughes could pitch deep into the ball game, this will be his 30th pitch, and he's still not out of the first inning. He's only retired 1 batter.
In his 6 innings in Detroit, of course, he ran into trouble at the second inning, but 93 pitches in 6 innings.
And a called third strike ends the first inning. But the White Sox get 5 straight hits and turn those hits into the first 2 runs. Spot for the White Sox. Today's Cold Hard Facts brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Since becoming a full-time starter in 2012, Chris Sale ranks among the top pitchers in Major League Baseball in a lot of the key categories.
Very good control, strikeouts. And he has enjoyed pitching here at home. 44 Major League wins, 25-13 here at U.S. Cellular Field, with a 2.57 ERA.
Twins have beaten him just once in 7 decisions. Trevor Plouffe, Eduardo Escobar, and Kurt Suzuki will face him here in the second. Yesterday, the Twins jumped out early, 4-0, and then the White Sox came back. And strike called to Plouffe. Twins hope that they'll be the comeback team today. Who started a 4-run second inning yesterday with a double to right center field. One and 2.
26 starts for Sale last year. Spent some time on the disabled list in April and May with a sore elbow. And there's a changeup right there. Look for strike 3. So Sale picking up his second strikeout.
Eduardo Escobar will bat.
That changeup almost, he'll try to turn it over a little bit. Good location.
Trevor taking 3 strikes. And now Escobar left the team after the win Friday. Flew to the Twin Cities. Needed baby boy for the first time. Counted all the fingers and toes and flew back here to Chicago.
Kissed him on the forehead. Said, I love you, but I got to go play some baseball.
Swing and a miss. 0-2. Escobar playing third base. Plouffe coming across the diamond to play first. To the right side. Handed by Abreu, 2 away. Back in the process. That'll bring up Suzuki. Follow Twins baseball all year in 2015 with MLB.com At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At Bats up to the moment, at any moment, with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com At Bat for your smartphone or tablet.
Herky-jerky type delivery for Chris Sale. 6'6", about 180 pounds. Reading some articles on Sale that he can eat anything he wants. He will not gain a pound. It drove Adam Dunn crazy. When
Adam Dunn just looked at food and put on 5 pounds.
Yeah, that's what he said.
1-1. Twins came into this game with a team batting average of 195. That's how much the lineup has struggled. Suzuki on coils and misses. There are 2 teams with a worse team batting average than the Twins through the first week of the season so far. The Houston Astros and the New York Yankees are hitting just 193 as a team. 1-2. And Suzuki takes up high, didn't miss by much. Yankees really scuffling. They, like the Twins, 1-4 on the season. And now a 3-2 count. Suzuki will be followed by Nunez. Just over our heads.
A lot of things over our heads. You know, one thing the White Sox have done, they've locked up Chris Sale until about 2019, as they did Abreu, some of their key players. You can build a pitching staff around Chris Sale.
The White Sox feel they'll have a competitive starting rotation with Samardzija and eventually Carlos Rodon, their top pitching prospect. He struck out, 11 over 5 innings in a minor league start yesterday. Jose Quintana. Suzuki battling. This is the 8th pitch of this at bat. 3-2. It's to center. Hanging in the air for Eaton. And he makes the catch on the edge of the track. The Twins go down 1-2-3 in the second.
bottom of the second here in Chicago. Phil Hughes will try to do the same thing Tommy Milone did to the White Sox on Friday, and that's frustrate this talented lineup. Hughes told me he paid close attention to the way Milone pitched to guys like Jose Abreu and Avisail Garcia, working both sides of the plate and also trying to make them uncomfortable. And he said Tommy Milone is the kind of guy who will talk between innings, so Hughes went over to pick his brain a couple times and ask about what was working for him. So we will see if he can use a similar game plan and try to find some success with that going forward here.
Thank you, Jamie, and hoping to recover from a rough first inning when he gave up 5 straight hits. Tyler Flowers will lead off the second, and there's strike 1.
And that's what you have to do as a starting pitcher. You're going to have innings that get away from you. 5 straight hits, as you mentioned, Dick, but then settling down and hopefully keeping it 2-0. And not using 30 pitches an inning.
Up and away, 1-1. Flowers, Johnson, and Eaton in the Chicago second inning. Foul back.
You know, Phil Hughes is a fly ball pitcher. He doesn't have a lot of movement on that fastball. He'll turn it over once in a while, maybe if the left-hander's up and he might need a ground ball double play, but he's a guy that pitches up in the zone. That's why in spring training he worked on that changeup a lot and also the slow curve just to try to add some pitches.
Pop-up weekly hit to Dozier, 1 away.
But the main thing, sometimes you're a high ball pitcher, you get that ball down a little bit. Let's go back to the first inning with Cabrera. Watch the location, pretty much belt high. That ball's up a little bit, maybe a fly ball, but there's Abreu taking that ball to right field. Adam LaRoche doesn't waste any time, fastball. They're all about belt high. This isn't a bad pitch. You have to credit Garcia by dropping the barrel of the bat. He fell behind in Ramirez. Ramirez looking for something to hit and pull, and he did with that RBI double.
You mentioned the changeup, a pitch that Hughes and the other Twins pitchers have been working on or did through spring training, and yet, talking to Neil Allen the other day, he said that Hughes didn't throw one changeup against the Tigers on opening day.
You know, as a pitcher, you can work on a changeup all you want, but once you get into the battles of being out on the field, Phil Hughes had a very good year last year by not throwing a lot of changeups. I mean, he trusted his stuff with his cutter fastball, his straight fastball, his slow curveball. And that's where the slow curveball, I think, was just as effective as a straight change. So that's that breaking ball.
I would guess if you're out there and there are men on base, as has been the case for most of this week, it's kind of hard to go to your third pitch you're trying to build confidence in when if you hang one and it gets blasted, it's a game changer.
Right. If somewhere down the line Phil has a 7-run lead or a 5-run lead, then you maybe try to put that into your repertoire. But when you're out there, you don't want to get beat on your third or fourth best pitch.
3-2 now to the speedy Micah Johnson. He's actually walked a couple of guys on opening day. This one hit to the left field line. Nunez drifting to the corner. And he drops the ball. It'll be a 3-base error, and now an errant throw by Santana, and Hughes intercepted the ball in foul territory, knocked it down. Eduardo Nunez with an easy play that he did not make.
Well, it's just a fly ball. Nunez gets over, and you can see he closed his glove too early, hit the top of his glove, and then hit into that corner. And Johnson hustling out of the box. He thought it was an out right about here, and then saw it drop, and with his speed, he scoots over the third. So a 3-base error should be charged on Nunez.
Infield in now for Adam Eaton. Over the inside corner, a strike. Now Hughes, another tough spot. This one not his own making.
You got to watch the bunt here too with Eaton. Very good speed and good speed at third base.
Fouled back, 2 strikes. Eaton hit a short pop-up behind third base, gloved by Santana. His first time up. 21 at bats, just 1 strikeout on the season. Ball off the plate.
Yeah, Eaton a couple times last year on a disabled list. Played in 123 ball games. Hit an even 300. Just 1 home run.
Fouled.
One of those pesky type hitters that, like you said, doesn't strike out much. Will try to put the ball in play. That's why the Twins have their infield in, trying to cut down a run here at home, if possible.
One and two to Eaton.
Suzuki sitting away.
Backhanded. Escobar firing home. A nice play by Eduardo Escobar. Backhanding the ball near the line. We saw him make the same type of throw down the left field line that ended the game here on Friday. You've got to make a good throw and not hit the runner.
Not the easiest little hop right there, too. Kind of came up on him, but he stayed with it. Threw a strike to Suzuki on the infield side, which allows Suzuki to, so that runner can have a path toward the plate, but then once he has that ball in his glove, he can go down and protect home plate. So a nice play by Escobar and Suzuki.
It's Escobar making the catch down the left field line and then throwing accurately home to get Eaton to end the ball game on Friday. Inside, ball 1 to Cabrera. Let's see if Eaton's got larceny on his mind here, trying to steal his way back into scoring position after the White Sox lost Johnson.
Eaton attempted 1 stolen base in that Kansas City series unsuccessfully.
White Sox haven't stolen a base yet, which is a bit odd.
0 for 2.
Popped up near third. And Escobar, and he drops the ball. Eduardo's squared, having a tough second inning here. Nunez in left. Escobar at third. Routine plays. And both of them were clanked.
Well, not much you can say. I mean, Escobar gets underneath it. He's got it all the way, and it hit the heel of his glove and bounced out. Errors are part of the game. You just don't like 2 of them in 1 inning on fly ball drops.
He's had a tough time retiring hitters in the first inning. He only retired 2 of the 7 men he faced, and now here in the second inning, he's asked to get essentially 5 outs. And Abreu comes up with 2 men on base who should not be there. Fouled back. Abreu hit the second of 5 straight hits against Hughes in the first inning.
I'll tell you what, if Phil's able to get Abreu out right here, he's working some magic, because the White Sox have not scored yet. Couple errors, 5 straight hits, only scored 2 runs in the first inning.
Of course, now the pitch count climbing toward 50. 1-1. This will be the 50th pitch. And Hughes had every opportunity to have just what he would have wanted, a very quick second inning, but that's not been the case. Fouled back with Hughes getting that ball in on the handle of the bat. 1-2.
Yeah, he tried it in that first at bat against Abreu and got it over the plate a little bit, and Abreu fought it off and got that base hit to right field.
The ball's been caught. Hughes would have been through the second inning at 15 pitches.
Going back in again.
Bouncer to short. Hold your breath. The play is made. A couple of errors don't do any damage on the scoreboard. It's still 2-0. this series, Eduardo Escobar's had a couple of tough throws, and he's made them both first as a shortstop, then as a third baseman.
This kept the shutout in order right there. Good strong throw and tagging out Eaton, and that preserves the shutout for the Twins in today's ball game. Get on a little short hop, beating Suzuki.
White Sox have 5 hits. They got them consecutively. Remember the Abreu base running mistake. The Twins dropped 2 routine pop-ups, and the White Sox didn't take advantage of the second. So the Twins very fortunate, I think, that it's just a 2-0 ball game. 1 strike to Nunez. Popped up and back and out of play. 2 strikes to Nunez.
Let's see, the White Sox in this ball game, Abreu got thrown out at third base, which kind of helped the Twins. And then there's been 3 White Sox thrown out at home already in this 3-game series. Remember, Shane Robertson threw out a runner at home yesterday.
2 strikes to Nunez. Liner to left center field. Nunez sprinting out of the batter's box will dig for second. And he is in with a double, and Eaton throws a hand grenade to the infield. So Nunez with a scalding line drive and a leadoff double in the third.
Yeah, Chris Sale doesn't make many mistakes, but this looked like a breaking ball that just kind of spun a little bit. And right into the swing. Nice swing by Nunez. Good hustle out of the box. Make that runner throw you out. And Nunez in with a double. He is 2 for 2 so far on the year. His first double.
Helmet still on, and then right before he got to first base, the helmet came off. Here's Shane Robinson. And a foul. Now, because of who the Twins are facing, they need to do the proper things to make sure they get a run here. If Robinson can advance Nunez to third by whatever means, well, the White Sox will play the infield back probably with a 2-run lead and help the Twins along in terms of getting their first run.
These are the little things you have to do against a good pitcher. Good fundamental baseball. Find a way to get Nunez over to third, whether maybe you can score him, but you hit the ball up the middle or the other way.
1-1 to Robinson. Under the assumption you're not going to get a whole lot of opportunities to score a run against this guy. Take advantage of the ones you've got. This one popped up down the right field line. Abreu, Johnson after it, and Johnson with the catch on the warning track and a quick response and a flip to the infield, 1 away, and Nunez still at second base. May 6th, it's the 11th annual Kids in the City, celebrating the Fox Sports North Boys and Girls Clubs All-Stars. The event starts with a pregame party at Fulton Brewery, followed by the Twins and A's. Cost is $75, including food, beverages, and a ticket to the game. Visit foxsportsnorth.com. Click on upcoming events on the Hot Topics bar for details. Danny Santana with a fairly deep fly ball to center against Sale to start the ball game. Santana now 0 for 9 against Chris Sale.
Santana picked up a couple hits in yesterday's ball game.
Johnson and Nunez, dance partners near second base.
Santana 0 for 6 is a right-handed hitter so far this year. A good place to get your first hit.
Miss 1-1. Santana last year hit .319, and of course, being a switch hitter, sometimes players come up, and the Twins went through it with Vargas. It was, a good year for Vargas in the power department, but there was a but because he hit much better from the left side than the right side. Down the right field line and a base hit. It'll run to the corner and score Nunez. Santana to second. And he will hold up there. Gene Glenn, the third base coach, ran well up the third base line. In fact, the left field line. and put up the stop sign for Santana.
Yeah, you know what? I think that was a good move right there with Santana's speed. You don't want to get thrown out at third base right here. Santana, ball down, just kind of hits it the other way into the corner. And with Santana's speed, what Gene Glenn's looking at, how quick does Garcia get to the ball and is able to pick it up right away, which he did. And then he threw a P to the cutoff man, Johnson.
Now Dozier takes strike one. Hit to the outfield will tie the game anyway, you would think.
And you also saw Santana doing the right thing as he rounded first. He was picking up Gene Glenn to say, does he want me to come or do I stay at second?
Swing and a miss, and what you want the runner to do is run hard to second base and make the decision in the vicinity of second base rather than halfway between first and second. And it appeared that Santana did run hard to second and then got the stop sign. 2 strikes to Dozier. Twins on the board here with a pair of doubles against Sale. Talking about Vargas last year and it's my term, I just made it up today, the ya but.
Oh, ya but.
But there were no ya buts about Santana in his switch hitting last year because he hit over 300 from both sides of the plate and had extra base power from both sides of the plate. And that is spun foul. Take a look at Santana out of the box and how hard he went in to second base.
He's one of these guys that, stays low when he runs and tremendous speed right there, picking up Gene Glenn and then being told to stop at second base. Shades of Rod Carew, the way that Rod used to run, real low and looked like a deer.
1-2 to Dozier. Mentioned before, Dozier's had some success against Chris Sale. A couple of home runs. 5 for 20 now. Hey, a .250 average against a guy who usually gives up an opponent batting average of 200. That's pretty good. Half swing, but he went 2 down.
Couldn't lay out that high fastball. Sale picking up his 3rd strikeout for the 2nd out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Tried to hold up, just could not.
Upstairs to strike out Hunter to end the 1st inning. And now Mauer, who singled with 2 out in the 1st, hoping to deliver another hit, maybe get the game tied up. Side, ball 1. Pitch count climbing for Sale after a couple of quick innings. Now here in the 3rd. A couple of doubles of length and matters. This will be pitch number 43. Swing and a miss at a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. White Sox have seen this from Sale since he's been a big leaguer. The ability to pick it up a notch when things are on the line, including his velocity. Breaking ball, 2-1. Outside corner, caught well off the plate, but with the arm angle of Sale, the plate umpire Sam Holbrook said that caught the corner.
And that's what you have to find out if you're a pitcher. Will he call that pitch because of that big break across the plate or where the catcher catches it?
2-2 now to Mauer. The release point nowhere's near the pitching rubber. It is way off to the side. And with that breaking ball, a lot of sideways movement. It's one of the reasons he's so tough against lefties.
Shades of Randy Johnson.
Full count with 2 gone. Santana still at second base. Called 3rd strike. Mauer thought it was ball 4. He'll argue, at least briefly, with Sam Holbrook. A couple of doubles. The Twins are on the board. It's 2-1.
Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by Century Link, your link to what's next. By NorthlandFord.com and your local Northland Ford dealer. And by Grand Casino. The best stories start here.
Mirrored architecture, part of the Millennium Park, which is this north downtown area of or south downtown. Here's the first pitch blasted to right. And LaRoche on one pitch pushes the lead back to 2.
He's not wasting any time in his at-bats. In the first inning, he jumped on the first pitch, an RBI single to a left center here, jumping on that first pitch and making it another 2-run lead thanks to a second home run in this series.
The White Sox come back with a home run. Again, look at the location. Pitches up and away from LaRoche, and he teed off. So 3-1. Hughes giving up his 3rd home run in this young season. And now Avisail Garcia. Ball 1.
Boy, you just see your team, scrape to score a run to get back into this ball game, and I've been there, believe me. You go out there, first pitch home run. There goes all that wasted, time and run.
Towering fly ball to right. Corey Hunter. The wind blowing in. One down. That'll bring up Ramirez. Mike Pelfrey was a game changer yesterday in his first start since May 1st of last season. Started off well, finished well. It was the in-between innings that gave Pelfrey some trouble.
I think on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give him an 8, only because he went 5 innings. A lot of nervousness. He had that 4-run lead, but 11 ground ball outs of the 15.
Ramirez on the first pitch pops it up toward Plouffe. Every time the ball's hitting the air, the White Sox fans are holding their breath. Probably not as much as you are at home. Combine your love of the Twins and the Golden Gophers by attending University of Minnesota night at Target Field on May 1st against the Chicago White Sox. Find out how to see the game and receive a limited edition maroon and gold Twins cap. Visit twinsbaseball.com/U of M for tickets and more information. Perfect thing for, say, the father of a future University of Minnesota student to try to get and to wear around during the off season whenever he might wear a cap.
Sounds like you want a gift.
I got to get one of those caps. Connor Gillespie will bat. Called out on strikes. And he lines it to Plouffe. A home run on the first pitch, a handful of pitches later, the third out of the board. 6 pitches in the inning. The White Sox lead by 2. Before Chris Sale, who was the last White Sox pitcher to strike out 200 batters in consecutive seasons. I'm just joking, of course. I'm pretty sure it's not Jim Connor.
Kitty, 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 kitty.
Chris Sale, 3-time All-Star. He was the winning pitcher in the All-Star game 2 years ago. Pitched an inning at Target Field last year. Torrey Hunter will lead off the 4th. Twins down again by a couple of runs. Torrey struck out on a high fastball his first time up.
Starts him off with a changeup there. Torrey swinging through it.
Speaking of Target Field, it was 5 years ago today the ballpark opened up against the Boston Red Sox. And that is just wide of the line. 0-2. Hunter, Plouffe, and Escobar in the 4th inning. Twins looking forward to opening up Target Field schedule tomorrow against the Kansas City Royals, a 3 o'clock start. Forecast for the homestand is outstanding. Very little chance of rain all week long. And temperatures in the, I think high temperatures in the 60s throughout.
Beautiful.
Hopefully we'll need the stocking caps at Target Field. I'm not sure why RC is wearing it today. It's in the mid-60s here today.
It's from Venezuela.
Up high, 1-2. On the ground, Alexei Ramirez has it. Now Abreu has it. 1 away. Bring up Plouffe. Monday on NASCAR Race Hub. They'll have a complete recap of everything that went on in Texas, including Winners Weekend, as the Sprint Cup winner takes us through their weekend from practice to the checkered flag. NASCAR Race Hub is Monday and every weeknight at 5 p.m. Central on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Here's Plouffe. Trevor called out on strikes, never swung the bat. Now he takes strike 1. He did not swing the bat in his second inning at bat. Misses the off-speed pitch, and it's 0-2. Sale does everything you'd like. He's got 3+ pitches, and he works quickly.
Yep.
And he dispatches a Plouffe very quickly. Trevor struck out twice on 7 pitches.
Strikeout number 5 for Chris Sale. Start off with a breaking ball, then the changeup, Then he went with a high fastball that Trevor swung through. So he saw all three of those nasty pitches in that at-bat.
2 down. Here's Escobar. Bouncer to first his first time up. Tapper left side. And Ramirez to Abreu. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 pitches to Chris Sale. He's got a 2-run lead.
Phil Hughes fits in so well in this clubhouse. Goofball, bulldog. He's got a cutter just like me.
I definitely face him a lot.
Dominant, aggressive, strike thrower.
He's a great one to have in the rotation. Going out there every 5th day, giving us a chance to win.
He's turned it around. 2014, he had a great season.
Good guy to have.
Phil would tell you he's not happy with the results of his first 2 starts in 9 innings. He's given up 7 earned runs. Can't do anything about that now. He's hoping to get through the middle innings here. Here's a fly to left. And Nunez makes the catch. A routine fly ball. And
fans are great.
1 down. That'll bring him back to Johnson.
Well, the White Sox, I think, in this round, as far as at-bats, they're helping Phil Hughes maybe go deep into the ballgame. They're jumping on that first pitch. Only 6 pitches needed in the 3rd inning, even though one of those pitches left the ballpark off the bat of Adam LaRoche.
56 pitches thrown, or 58 pitches thrown by Hughes. Here's Micah Johnson showing bunt, taking the ball. White Sox think they've got the pieces in place to get back to postseason play. They've only been in the playoffs once since they won the World Series 10 years ago. That was infamously in Twins lore the 2008 season, when it took game 163 to advance the White Sox past the Twins into the postseason. 2-1.
You know, Gordon Beckham came back because he wanted to stay here in Chicago. He left last year to the Angels, came back, signed as a free agent. But White Sox very high on this young man right here, Johnson. 24 years old, this being his rookie season. They like his speed. They like his defense. Good numbers in the minor leagues.
Inside and a foul away.
A couple of years ago, he stole 84 bases.
In the minor leagues, he was never a high strikeout guy, and with his speed, you'd think that would translate fairly easily up here. You know, I mean, if you can put the ball in play with his speed, he should have at least a representative batting average.
And I think he'll learn that too. We've seen him. This is the only third time I've seen him, 3-game series. But his bat's a little bit slow. Tremendous speed. He bunted here on opening night on Friday night, and there's a great bunt. Suzuki couldn't have played it any better, but he beat it out.
3-2.
So that is a part of his game.
13 at bats, 3 strikeouts so far in the big leagues for Johnson. To the left field corner, and Nunez closes the glove after opening it at the right time. 2 down. That'll bring up Adam Eaton. With everything the White Sox did and other teams did in the offseason, the American League Central has been perceived by many to, going into the season, be the toughest division in the American League. And I don't think you get any arguments from the Twins, who've run into some really good starting pitching on this road trip. Now the Tigers leading the Indians again. They're in essence doing to the Indians what they did to the Twins at home, and may end up the first week of the season 6-0. Cabrera's got a couple of home runs today. He's been blistering the ball all over Progressive Field. All he's doing is hitting .500. And all of this without Justin Verlander in the rotation. Chip to left. And Nunez gets 3 plays, makes them all. It's a 1-2-3 4th inning. Twins haven't bunted on Chris Sale yet. Part of it, the reason is his follow-through, which is, in addition to everything else about him, a little unusual.
Well, at 6'6", you know what? I mean, watch, he throws across his body, and you can see where he finishes toward that first baseline. So if you're going to bunt on him, you bunt him down that third baseline.
Yeah, you would think left-hander, you just try a push bunt between the mound and first base. Abreu not the nimblest of foot at first base. There'd be some room there to bunt, but his follow through is just the opposite of what you would think. Rather than on the third base side, he actually follows through on the first base side.
From our angle, we can see 2 holes where the pitchers land, and Chris Sale is over toward the first base side, where Hughes, he's over on the third base side. So throwing across his body, Sale working off that third base side of the pitching rubber, and his follow through, where he lands with that right foot, is actually toward the first base line.
Down and in, 1-1 to Kurt Suzuki. Bottom third of the Twins lineup: Suzuki, Nunez, and Robinson.
Some pitching coaches sometimes would try to open them up a little bit and maybe step more toward home plate, but that's if you're straight over the top type pitcher. He throws sidearm almost 3/4. So that's a great angle for him.
1-2 to Suzuki.
Johan Santana worked off the same side of the pitching rubber that Sale did, but Johan almost landed where Phil Hughes's hole is, and his momentum carried him toward. He really came over the top.
Side 2-2. One of the reasons Sale is so tough, and unlike Randy Johnson, Sale from the get-go is able to throw strikes. Remember Randy Johnson early on, he's all over the place and never really became an effective pitcher until he took some advice from Nolan Ryan and was able to alter his delivery and more consistently throw strikes.
Well, don't have to throw 100 miles an hour. That's what Johnson was trying to do early on. Shades of Sandy Koufax, same thing. And then they brought it down to 96 or 97, and that's kind of where Sale is.
First year as a starter was 2012, 29 starts, 192 innings, only 51 walks. Well, that's outstanding whether you're 6'10" or 5'10".
Yeah, last year only 39 walks in 174 innings, and 2 of those intentional.
The Twins dugout, and Abreu can't quite get to the camera well in time.
Of course, you come to Chicago. You mentioned a couple innings ago about Chris Sale, good tempo, keeps the ball moving. You think of Mark Burley. How he created the excitement of keeping your defense in the game because there's no fooling around out there. That speed up clock that baseball's trying to get guys to work a little quicker doesn't pertain to Chris Sale. Or really Phil Hughes. Both these guys work very quickly.
And the first walk coaxed by Suzuki. He's seen a lot of Sale's pitches. He's had 2 really good plate appearances, and he heads to first base. You can pick up your glove. Check out the new 2015 Weekend Warrior ticket package. Get all Friday, all Saturday, or all Sunday home games. Become a Twins season ticket holder today and get your ticket to summer. Call 800-33-TWINS or visit twinsbaseball.com/Weekend Warrior for more information or to place a deposit. Here's Nunez. Started the 3rd inning with a double to left center field. Side ball 1. It came on an 0-2 pitch. We'll see what happens in his second at bat.
He took advantage of a mistake by Sale because it was a breaking ball that just kind of hung right there, and he hit it sharply through the infield, and it was a hustle double.
And now high 2-0. Manager Paul Molitor hinting that the Twins would like to do some running against Sale. Probably not with Suzuki on the base paths and probably not down by a couple of runs. High now 3-0. The White Sox players on Friday were brought out to the field for their introductions with vehicles. And the vehicles parked on the warning track by the Chicago dugout, and the players walked to the field from there. Strike called, 3-1. When Sale got out of the vehicle, he very slowly and gingerly stepped out. Kind of an inside joke for the Chicago fans who were concerned. Sale broke his foot getting out of his truck. And he had a little sense of humor about the whole matter when he was introduced here on Friday. 3-2.
I believe he gave a thumbs up.
Yes,
too.
yes.
Okay. I landed softly.
Shane Robinson on deck. Because Sale is such a high-volume strikeout pitcher, we wouldn't expect Suzuki to go here.
Down 3-0, Sale was, and he comes back with 3 fastballs to strike out Nunez, his 6th strikeout of the ballgame. So missed with his first 3 pitches, and on a 3-2 fastball, Nunez swings through it.
Robinson fouled out to the warning track outside of the right field line. Micah Johnson went to pick the pop-up, call Abreu off. Over for strike one. Back-to-back starts for Robinson. Started in right field yesterday. High fly left field. Melky Cabrera with the catch, 2 away. And we'll bring up Danny Santana.
Danny Santana.
Santana with a fly ball to center, and then he lined a double into the right field corner. First. Sale very aware of the Twins organization. Florida Gulf Coast University. Went to a lot of spring training games in the month of March while he was a student there.
I grew up in Lakeland, Florida.
1 strike to Santana. And now 2 strikes.
"26 years old, Chris Sale."
And a base hit to center field. Santana with 2 hits yesterday, 2 more today. That will bring Dozier to the plate with runners at first and second.
Sale left a breaking ball. You could tell by his reaction once that ball got over his head that he was not happy with the location. Santana taking advantage of it.
Dozier will hit 0 for 2 on the day. Fox Tracks presented by Chrysler. A lot of speed at first base. If Dozier could get an extra base hit here, the Twins would be in position to tie the game, you would think.
Just don't pass Suzuki.
Ball 1. Dozier with a bouncer to third and a strikeout. Popped up, backing out of play. One and one to the Twins' second baseman. Foul to the backstop. 6 miles per hour. Paul Molitor yesterday in discussing Sale was saying it's not just the velocity. That's the velocity when the ball leaves his hand. But because of his physique, the long stride and the long arm, the ball, the release point is 4 to 6 inches in front of, closer to home plate than a conventional pitcher. Dozier got a piece. So imagine it's 96, 97, whatever. But because he has got such a large frame, he doesn't throw as far as a normal sized pitcher.
Yeah, almost looks like he could just put the ball into the glove of Flowers without releasing it.
1 and 2.
Gumby.
Dozier in an unenviable spot.
Flowers sitting inside.
Bounce to third. Easy play for Gillespie as he goes to the bag. Twins lead 2 aboard in the 5th. It's still a 3-1 game. fans of the game. The Twins can keep it close, get Chris Sale out of the game, and win it in the final innings. And how much longer Sale goes will be interesting to see here. He's thrown 80 pitches through 5 innings. No activity in the Chicago bullpen. Phil Hughes, meanwhile, has settled down in terms of pitch count quite nicely after a rough first inning.
Well, he gave up that home run to LaRoche starting the 3rd inning, bottom of the 3rd, but then the last 6 straight outs recorded on fly ball outs.
Santana has the ball skip under his glove. And Cabrera has a base hit, takes a big turn at first, and will hold up with a leadoff single.
Should be a base hit. Cabrera getting his 2nd hit of the ball game.
Has reached all 3 times, also reached on an error to Escobar. And here is Abreu. Again, comes up with men on base, or a man on base. Abreu 1 for 2. Missing ball 1.
There's that curveball. You talked about the changeup, Dick, earlier. He uses that as almost a changeup. Trying to get strike 1, just missed down and away. Need a ground ball here.
Missing down and in, 2-0. He was, of course, a fly ball pitcher. He has gotten just 1 ground ball out. 2, actually, both of them coming in the 2nd inning. A fly ball out. 2-1 to Abreu.
Spent a lot of time in the outfield, but Nunez playing very deep for Abreu, respecting his power. And just one of these swings like the ball's going to go a little bit further, and then it did. So Abreu gets his 2nd hit.
8 hits now for the White Sox.
See if Adam LaRoche is jumping on that first pitch again. A base hit on the first pitch in the 1st inning. Drove in a run, and then his 2nd home run of the year, jumping on the first pitch in the 3rd.
Strike 1. Time called. Wind blowing in pretty good from right field, and LaRoche's home run cut through the wind, barely made it over the wall in right field.
It's one of these ballparks where it swirls too when it comes in here. It'll kind of swirl and create some havoc.
Popped up
like this.
And Escobar in foul ground looking at Suzuki, and Suzuki drops the ball. And Escobar the entire way was looking at the catcher to make the play, and it would seem as if that would be an easier play for the 3rd baseman.
That ball started right around the on-deck circle, it looked like, where Hughes and Suzuki are right now, and then the ball just kept drifting toward the dugout. And Suzuki couldn't find it at first, finally found it, and then by the time he got there, the ball fell out of his glove.
Two strikes to LaRoche. back into the seats. There's the outside corner. Hughes needing a strikeout, clips it with the cutter. He did so effectively last year against left-handed batters. Start that pitch off the plate, cut it over the corner.
Well, 2 strikeouts now, both of them on this pitch right here. A little cutter working the outer half of the plate, and Sam Holbrook giving maybe a couple inches or 2 or 4 or 6.
Which in your mind does not make him a bad person.
Not at all.
Here's Garcia. Chop foul. Garcia singled. Part of a flurry of 5 straight hits for the White Sox in the first inning. Because of a base running mistake, they only got 2 runs. That flurry made a costly out in the middle of that string of hits. Roche has added a home run. Now a good start to their 5th inning with a pair of singles. Hughes trying to keep this game within reach. And swing, strike 2.
Garcia, a guy that will chase that breaking ball down and away, right on top of the plate.
And to use that same pitch, cutting it over the inside corner to the right-handed batter, but missed.
Umpires may not call that one as good as they maybe do like they did to LaRoche, because the umpires are right over with a right-handed hitter. You see Holbrook, he is right over the left shoulder of Suzuki. So he sees that ball a little bit better, like right there. And Suzuki kind of held that. Where if that ball's away, he may give you a couple, 2 or 3 inches on the outer half of the plate.
The other day, you and Steve Stone, who does for the White Sox what you do for the Twins, just not as well, of course, but he does that. He analyzes.
He does a very good job.
Of course he does. But you and he were talking about that, how you both pitched in an era when the American League umpires had the balloon protector and sat right over the middle of the plate.
And you also knew the umpires. I think it's harder to pitch today because there are so many different umpires. Has Holbrook been behind the plate with Phil Hughes? Was he with them last year or before? You don't know.
2-2. Swing and a miss, and Hughes gets another strikeout, 2 away.
Good fastball down in the strike zone. And 2 straight strikeouts for Phil Hughes. Now 3 in the ballgame. Little extra giddy up. And a little tail at the end, so that's Hughes' best fastball. Good location. And back when we pitched, we had the umpire, the American League umpires. They had National League umpires. Now all the umpires are under one hat.
Here's Ramirez, an RBI double and a pop-up. Ball 1.
Well, what I'm saying, too, is Phil Hughes may have 32 starts this year. He may have 32 different home plate umpires.
Deep down the left field line. The wind pushing it, but it is foul. And Phil Hughes and the Twins and you fans can thank the wind, I think, for that. That was very nearly Ramirez's 100th Major League home run. The wind we spoke of and showed you blowing from the right field pole across toward the left field pole may have pushed that ball foul.
Boy, and that ball had some hang time, too. And you can see it on the foul side of that pole. Not by much.
Wow. So that the Twins are still in this game. Look how close it is to clipping shaving the outside of the foul pole. Man alive. 1-1 to Ramirez.
If you're Phil Hughes, do not throw him that pitch again.
Now 2-1. Pitch count mounting for Hughes, 87 on the day. Trying to wrap things up here in the 5th inning to allow him to at least get through 6. Popped up. Santana. Can't call the infield fly, can you, with 2 outs in the inning?
You'd like to.
2 men left aboard. It's a 3-1 game as we go to the 6th.
Don't forget, at Twin home games, you bring your Circle Me signs. You may find yourself in the Minnesota Lottery Winner's Circle, where you could win $100 worth of lottery scratch-off tickets, courtesy of the Minnesota Lottery.
Chris Sale with 80 pitches thrown, starting the 6th. We were told he would go 90 to 100 pitches. The Twins might be seeing Sale for the last time today here in the 6th inning. 3, 4, and 5 batters, Mauer, Hunter, and Plouffe will face him. Strike call, Mauer with a single in the 1st inning against Chris Sale, and then he was called out on a 3-2 pitch to end the 3rd.
That Joe thought was inside a little bit.
1-1.
Chris Sale needed 12 pitches in the 1st, 15, 20, 9, and then 24 in the 5th inning.
Swing and a miss, 1-2.
A change up right there at 84 miles an hour.
Tapper right side on a breaking pitch. Johnson scoops and fires one away. Let's check in with Jamie Hurd.
Torrey Hunter coming to the plate, and he may be pushing 40 guys, but we've already seen him make some plays reminiscent of Torrey in his prime. Thursday in Detroit, he put his body on the line to make that catch. Remember, that was in the 8th inning of a 7-1 ball game, and then he wreaked some havoc on the base paths with the Twins' first stolen base. Paul Mulder told me that's just Torrey being Torrey, but it sends a strong message to the rest of the guys to go hard every game, every inning, and he was brought in because of his skills and his leadership. We've seen a good combination of both of those already.
Thank you, Jamie. Torrey takes strike 1 and now swings at strike 2. Struggling with the bat at the outset here. 0 for 2 again today.
331 career home runs for Torrey Hunter.
He just hasn't hit the ball hard first week of the season. A couple of singles and 19 at bats. Up and away. On the ground toward the hole, Ramirez from the outfield grass. Hunter has an infield hit. And the Twins get a base runner aboard and will bring Plouffe to the plate as the tying run.
Yeah, looked like another breaking ball, and Torrey maybe off the end of the bat, but hit it in the right spot. Ramirez, outstanding range, but even he had to go to short left field to try to make a throw. So Torrey picking up the 5th hit for the Twins.
Plouffe has struck out twice in 7 pitches. Pitch number 90 for Sale. Swing and a miss. Sox seem determined to let Sale pitch through the 6th inning here. There's no one warming up in the pen.
He quick pitched him right there, and Trevor took strike 2.
Seen 9 pitches and had 8 strikes. Missed inside 1 and 2.
Fastball still there. Last one clocked at 96. So it wasn't his arm that he fractured. It was his foot. His arm is fine.
And Plouffe strikes out for the 3rd time on a total of 11 pitches, 2 down.
Strikeout number 7 for Chris Sale.
When he throws as hard, and I think we've had him clocked as high as 98 today, and he's got a changeup and a slider that are both plus pitches. Paul Molitor was talking yesterday about you just got to pick one. You can't get caught in between, and if you keep guessing wrong, as maybe Trevor's been doing today, the results aren't going to be very good. You've got to prepare for the fastball at 96, 97, 98. There, clocked at 98, and he's been able to back off an off-speed pitch to 75. Ball 1. And then when you pick correctly, the results still might not be very good.
Hey, hardest thing to do, I say it all the time, hit a round ball with a round bat and hit it solid.
2-0. 15 pitches this inning. And at least after this 6th inning, the assumption is the White Sox will turn the game over to the bullpen.
Last 5 pitches have been 96 plus. There's a changeup right there. That's what makes him so tough. You know, here you're sitting fastball situation. Then he pulls the string and able to throw it over consistently for a strike.
So, yeah, you want to pick one. You're probably not going to pick a changeup on 2-0. Fastball at 96.
And you can pick up, you can sit on the fastball, but if it's right there up high, it's tough to make good contact.
Well, who would it be? Burley, maybe?
Javier Vasquez.
Wow. .com trivia. We'll see what Escobar can get done here. 2-2 count. 98, as hard as he's thrown all game long, and it might have been his last pitch of the game.
Presented by Toyota. See where Toyota takes you. Test drive one at your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. And by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us.
White Sox got a couple of runs in the first against Phil Hughes, added another one in the third. It's a 3-1 game as we go to the bottom of the sixth, and Hughes will pitch to the bottom third of the White Sox lineup.
I think we have to credit Phil Hughes for working out a couple jams in that first inning, only allowing a couple runs. And then the home run, that happens. But then in the fifth inning, after the first two guys got on, was able to retire the White Sox 1-2-3.
A nice pivotal strikeouts. You got LaRoche looking, Garcia swinging. You got Ramirez on a pop-up.
He's doing what you have to do, is keep your club in the game. Some action now in the bullpen, so maybe Chris Sale is out of the ball game.
Javi Guerra warming up out there. That's another ground ball foul past Plouffe. Gillespie, Flowers, and Johnson. Hazy sunshine starting the game. It's become overcast, windy.
Oh, we are in Chicago.
Yes, we are. City. Roller to Dozier. Gillespie retired, one away.
Good pitch right there, down and away, getting that ground ball. Something that Hughes hasn't had a lot of here this afternoon. Ground ball outs.
Tyler Flowers will bat. Flowers with a pop-up to Dozier. Soft semi-line drive, short pop-up back in the second inning, and then a fly ball to left caught by Nunez. He's had problems with the ball hit in the air today. 2 errors on pop-ups. Suzuki had a wind-blown pop-up bounce out of his glove near the Chicago on deck circle. 1 strike.
91 pitches for Phil Hughes. 64 have been strikes.
Just off the outside corner, 1-1.
Excuse me, now at 93 pitches.
If Hughes can get through the 6th without allowing another run, by definition, it would be the Twins' second quality start of the year. White Sox have gotten their first quality start this year from Chris Sale. Fouled away. Still 1-2.
Bat slipping out of the hands of Flowers.
And in the upper deck making a nice one-handed catch. And the weather for the homestand is supposed to be outstanding starting tomorrow. It's a sellout tomorrow. First night game of the year coming up Wednesday night. 2-2. Twins hoping to head home with a 2-4 mark. And hoping to reestablish some home field advantage at Target Field. We talked about the fact that 5 years ago today, the ballpark opened up. There's a called third strike. Flowers is gone, out number 2.
Strikeout number 4 for Hughes. 3 of them a called third strike.
Next Saturday, MLB on Fox Sports 1 returns. Back-to-back ELE showdowns. The Orioles taking on the Red Sox, followed by the Yankees and the Rays. Coverage beginning at 2:30 Central on America's Home for Baseball. Every Saturday, Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. In the 5 years of Target Field, the Twins have won 184 games and lost 221. There's a bunt. Hughes throws out Johnson. 6 in a row set down by Phil Hughes. The Twins trail by a pair. couple on the Grand Casino story of the game.
Well, a couple runs scored by the Chicago White Sox. 5 hits in the first inning. Ramirez picking up an RBI double. Home run by Adam LaRoche leading off the bottom of the third. Made it a 3-1 ball game. And then Chris Sale has taken it from there. 6 innings for Chris Sale, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. Threw 98 pitches, 72 for strikes.
I mentioned yesterday the White Sox have overhauled their bullpen, but a holdover. Javi Guerra will get the 7th inning. Pitching to first Kurt Suzuki. And Jordan Schaefer's come out onto the on-deck circle. He apparently will hit for Eduardo Nunez. Gordon Beckham in at third base, replacing Gillespie. Suzuki with a fly to center and a leadoff walk.
Yeah, Guerra, hard-throwing right-hander, good slider, curveball in his second season with the White Sox.
That the Twins are now into the Chicago bullpen can be credited largely to Suzuki, who had 2 lengthy at-bats or plate appearances against Chris Sale and helped elevate the pitch count. Now Suzuki takes strike 2. Suzuki had 2 8-pitch plate appearances against Chris Sale. 2 strikes to Suzuki leading off the 7th. One and 2.
You know, Chris Sale, 6 innings. He's more left-hander, slide from that sidearm type of delivery. And then you have a guy like Guerra that just straight over the top. 29-year-old.
Hit him 2 and 2. Hopped up and back into the seats. Retreating to first base. Suzuki has seen 21 pitches. His 3 plate appearances so far. You'll see at least one more. Like to think that would be a good omen for a hitter. He's seeing the ball well. He's not having quick, futile at bats. He's fouling pitches off, able to recognize pitches that aren't strikes.
We saw that last year from Suzuki. Pretty good contact hitter. Doesn't strike out that often. Tries to put the ball in play. Good take there.
Right there. That's what we're talking about. You're able to recognize the location and what the pitch is and not swing at a pitch out of the strike zone. Eventually that should lead to some hits.
Another 8-pitch at bat here.
Full count. Two really good walks for Kurt Suzuki here today. The leadoff man is on in the 7th. And that'll bring up Jordan Schaefer, who will hit for Nunez. Nunez with a double and a run scored. Schaefer 4 hits, 17 at bats, a double, couple runs batted in.
You know, one of the 2 lefties in the bullpen warming up for the White Sox. That's Dan Jennings. He worked here on Friday night.
And plenty of left-handed hitters on the bench. Switch hitter Vargas, Schaefer, Herman, and Arcia. 1-0 to Schaefer. Foul back, 1-1. Control has been an issue for Guerra in his career, coming into the year with just under 150 pitches or innings pitched and 67 walks. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Waiver claim late last year from the Dodgers.
Started the season down in AAA, called up on May 20th. Stayed in that bullpen. Very good 2.91 ERA and 42 relief appearances. But he did have 20 walks in 46 innings pitched.
3-1 to Schaefer.
And Ramirez, the shortstop's going to come in and talk to his pitcher.
Came into the game having taken 13 walks, 3 of them intentional in the first 5 games. Suzuki's walked twice. He's the only batter to have walked. 3-1 to Jordan Schaefer. Popped up, your third. Beckham with the catch, one away. And Shane Robinson being called back. It'll be Oswaldo Arcia hitting for him. So Robin Ventura counters with a bullpen move here. Arcia has taken 2 of the intentional walks for the Twins this year. 3 singles and 12 at bats, but of course he's risen rather quickly through the Twins system because of his power. And here comes Robin Ventura to make the move. Guerra will leave, having thrown many strikes, but he did get an out, putting Suzuki aboard. Red Sox winning their first game of the year yesterday, hoping the bullpen can pick up Chris Sale and win number 2 here today.
See how much passion he plays with.
Talented kid, a lot of passion, a lot of emotion.
He's a jokester. He's funny.
He's going to be an RBI machine. He's can swing that bat, and he's learning, and he's going to be a good one.
He's only going to make our lineup better.
He's a great young player, and he works hard and plays as hard as anybody out there.
have a chance in a pinch hitting appearance here to deliver a big hit for the Twins against lefty Dan Jennings.
Yeah, Jennings worked here on Friday, a couple shutout innings through 27 pitches, 16 for strikes in his first season with the White Sox, coming over from the Florida Marlins.
Miami Marlins.
Miami Marlins.
Fox Tracks presented by Carrier. And strike one. Dan Jennings traded by Dan Jennings, who's the general manager for the Marlins.
Guess he only wanted one Dan Jennings in South Florida.
Happiest people were the people in the mailroom, you know. Tapper back to the mound. Jennings out there. And he gets a 1-6-3 double play. Gets the job done, and the Twins are done in the 7th inning. The White Sox with a 3-1 lead, and the bullpen so far has gotten the job done, with the right-hander, then the left-hander getting 3 outs from 3 batters. And on this Sunday afternoon, as is our custom, very happy and proud to be bringing you God Bless America.
Please welcome Keaton Lawson for the singing of God Bless America.
64 Aaron Thompson, the new Twins pitcher.
America, land that I love, stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies to the oceans wide with foam.
Got a couple runs in the first, still leading by 2. And now Aaron Thompson comes into the game for the Twins.
Yeah, Aaron Thompson used yesterday, pitched very well, an inning and a third. Did not allow a hit with a strikeout through 16 pitches. 12 for strikes, making his 3rd appearance of the year.
Oswaldo Arcia stays in the game, takes over in left field. Jordan Schaefer taking over in center. The 2 staying in the game, and Thompson flips the corner to Eaton, strike 1. Eaton 0 for 3. Pop up, ground ball, reached on a fielder's choice and lined out to left. Talked about this, I'm sure, last year, but This year, the White Sox are celebrating the 10-year anniversary of their World Championship team. Obviously 10 years ago, 2005. Eaton is their Scott Posednik. And Suzuki digs a pitch out of the dirt, tags Eaton, who's gone quickly. Thompson striking him out for the first out. Bring up Cabrera. White Sox rode standing starting pitching in the postseason. World Series title. Twins have won 3 straight division titles in 02, 03, 04. White Sox right away jumped out in front of the division and never looked back. 1-0 from Thompson to Cabrera. He bunts it in the air, and Thompson with a nice adjustment, having to retreat over the edge of the mound, 2 away.
This copyrighted telecast presented by the authority of the Minnesota Twins. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC. Yeah, nice reaction by Thompson, going back and getting that bunt that went over his head.
Twins shift in the infield for Abreu. Thompson misses the inside corner. He was the pitcher of record in 2 starts that he's faced. 2 starts that he's had facing David Price and Chris Sale. The Twins have given him 1 run of support. 2-0. Two and 1. Gave an off-speed pitch on 2-0.
Thompson straight over the top, 28 years old. Last year with the Twins, 7 relief appearances when he got called up.
2-2.
You know, when Eaton was up, a left-handed hitter, Thompson was working off of the first base side of the pitching rubber. Now the last 2 batters, right-handed hitters. So now he's over on the third base side.
2-2 to Abreu. High fly, deep left center field. Schaefer to the wall, makes the catch. Thompson just barely kept Abreu in the park, and he has a 1-2-3 7th inning. The Tigers have scored 8 or more runs in every game of that series at Progressive Field. So if you watch the Twins try to control the Tigers unsuccessfully earlier in the season, well, the Indians have gotten pretty much the same treatment by the Tiger lineup. Zach Duke comes out of the White Sox bullpen to pitch to the Twins in the 8th.
Yeah, Duke pitched the 8th inning yesterday. 16 pitches, 9 for strikes. A shutout inning. Did have a walk and a strikeout.
Santana. Hand up the bat barrel, taking a strike. Santana, Dozier, and Mauer. The Twins know who will pitch to them if the score is the same or roughly the same in the 9th inning. Duke kind of alternates, pitching 3/4 sidearm. 1-1. Conventional delivery, and Santana fouls it to the screen.
Yeah, Duke, a free agent over the winter. Last year had a very good year for the Milwaukee Brewers. 74 relief appearances, 2.45 out of that bullpen. Came up with the Pirates back in 2005, was in their starting rotation. Now kind of the setup man for David Robertson here.
2-2. Santana with a couple of hits, trying to get aboard here. Twins got their leadoff man on in the 7th after Suzuki drew a walk. Strike 3, and Santana will scamper towards first. Flowers with the throw, 1 away.
A breaking ball underneath that swing of Santana creates that strikeout.
Dozier hitless today. A couple of grounders to third and a strikeout. In the outside corner. One and one. For the Indians right away this morning with their catcher Yan Gomes on the disabled list. A sprained knee, and he will be out for 6 to 8 weeks. 2-1 to Dozier. Short center. And Eaton went back. Now he's got to come in, and he won't get there. He broke back on the ball, and the Twins, who've had their own issues on balls hit in the air, take advantage of a bad read by Adam Eaton.
Remember earlier in the ball game, Abreu hit a ball kind of like this, right off the end of the bat. The outfielder, you freeze, and then you try to pick it up. By the time Eaton could pick it up, it's too late. Even the speedy Adam Eaton couldn't catch up to that.
The Twins catch a break in the 8th, and now Mauer. Single in 3 trips. Sidearm fastball over for a strike. Breaking ball, strike 2.
Mauer faced Duke yesterday in the 8th inning, hit a soft line drive to Ramirez at short for the first out. First batter that Duke faced. Duke, 31 years old, actually made the All-Star team for the Pirates back in 2009 when he was a starter.
Inside, 1-2. Tigers finished off a sweep of the Indians. Tigers are 6-0 for the first time 30 years.
And the Royals in Anaheim, they're going to try to match him at 6-0.
One and two. 2-2. Tigers beat Corey Kluber on Friday and just blew through the 3-day weekend in Cleveland with a lot of hits. Cabrera doing a lot of damage. See if the Twins can start swinging the bats here in the late innings today. 2-2. Full count. Hunter on deck. Down a couple of runs. Don't know whether Dozier would go here. Mauer early in his career was a tough strikeout, but his strikeout rates picked up over the last couple of years.
Last couple pitches inside. We'll see where Duke wants this ball. Watch Flowers move outer half of the plate.
Dozier stays put, and Mauer wastes a breaking ball, flipping it foul. Just faced Chris Sale for 3 at-bats, and even though this guy's kind of a sidewinder, be an easier prospect hitting him than Sale, I would think, if you're a left-handed batter. Another 3-2 pitch. Sliced foul. Battling Duke here. This will be the 8th pitch. Since there are 2 doubles in the 3rd inning, the Twins haven't had but one runner get into scoring position. Another foul. Twins got a leadoff walk in the 5th. Santana singled Suzuki to second, and that's been it. With 3 fouls after the count reached full. Line to center.
Get down.
And down for a hit. Dozier will go to third base.
Dozier got a great jump right there. Great read. He saw probably how hard that ball was hit. He was out almost at second base by the time that the ball hit the turf.
Great at bat by Mauer, who fouled off some tough pitches and then whistled one into center field.
Yeah, fastball down. Joe hit it sharp here. Look at Dozier right there. He's taking off, so just keep going.
No activity in the Chicago pen, so Hunter will have a chance against the left-hander Duke. Tying run at first and one away. Torrey with a ground ball infield single his last time up. Swing and a miss. Seen Torrey drive the ball at all yet. This would be a good time for his first extra base hit.
And his first run batted in, if not more.
1 strike to Hunter. A high fly down the left field line. Cabrera chasing it, but it drifts back into the seats, and again the wind may have helped push that ball off the field of play. Didn't have many opportunities with men in scoring position. The prospect of David Robertson pitching the 9th. Really important that the Twins get Dozier in from third base here.
We take advantage of it right here.
0-2 to Hunter. Jammed him, a little dribbler toward first. They come home. What on earth was Abreu thinking? He had no chance of getting Dozier, and he had a sure second out in front of him. The Twins will get the run. Hunter getting his first run batted in on a fielder's choice, but there's only one out, and now the tying run is at second.
Yeah, you got to get the out right there. A mistake right there by Abreu at first base. Dozier hustling in. Abreu maybe didn't pick up Dozier, but you have to get the second out.
Abreu earlier in the ball game made the base running mistake back in the first inning when the White Sox got 5 straight hits but scored just 2 runs. And now the tying run is at second. There's only one out. Plouffe at the plate, and he's happier than anybody else. It sails out of the ball game. He struck out 3 times on 11 pitches. As nasty as Duke might be, he's a welcome sight to Trevor.
Well, Torrey Hunter picked up his first RBI. Let's see if Trevor can pick up one here. It would be his first.
Strike over the inside corner. Regardless of what happens here in this at bat or the next at bat, Aaron Thompson's going to be asked to pitch the 8th. Casey Fiend, as we've told you, is unavailable today because of some shoulder tightness. And no one else is out there warming up. Plouffe swings and fouls 0-2.
Good swing right there by Trevor. Just got underneath that fastball.
Fiend out. Boyer pitched yesterday. Graham pitched. Brian Dunsing got the save here on Friday. 0-2 to Plouffe. A high pop-up. Ramirez retreating, adjusting for the wind, and now the infield fly rule is called. 2 down. Big out for Duke, but he should be out of the inning, and he's not. Escobar will have a chance with Mauer at second, Hunter at first. Escobar 0 for 3, a couple of ground balls and a strikeout. And returned to the Twin Cities this morning after spending yesterday with his newborn son and fiance. Albers started warming up a little while ago. He's not ready to pitch to Escobar, but if Eduardo extends the inning, he may come in to pitch to Suzuki. That rolls away from Flowers, but Mauer does not advance. Ball 1. Rally started when Eaton misjudged Dozier's fly ball.
Yeah, Escobar 0 for 6 is a right-handed hitter.
On the outside corner, 1-1. Escobar trying to burn the team that traded him to the Twins. Down and away, 2-1. 2-2.
Sinker down.
This is the extra out that Abreu gave the Twins. They'd like to take advantage of it.
And a lot of pitches by Duke here this inning.
Count. And a big help now for the Twins because Maurer will get an early break from second base. Escobar trying to tighten up his swing zone here. Make sure that Duke throws him a strike. Suzuki on deck.
Joe should get a good lead here.
Runners go. And Escobar just got a piece of one down and in.
I'm saying Joe should get a good lead because Ramirez and Johnson, the shortstop and second base, they're out on the grass. So Joe can take those extra steps in case of a hard hit base hit.
30 pitches for Duke. Bouncer to the right side. Johnson fires to first to end the inning. The Twins get one, lead two. It's a 3-2 ball game. All right, thank you. And there's Aaron Thompson, who had a quick bottom of the seventh, hoping for a quick first out at least here in the eighth inning. Roche, the batter, taking ball one. Garcia and Ramirez, a couple of right-handed batters, due up next. There's a breaking ball over. Thompson's been good for the Twins so far this year. 4 1/3 innings, just 1 run allowed, 3 hits. Fastball for strike 2. Twins are due to send up the bottom third of the batting order, which right now is Suzuki, Schaefer, and Arcia, but Vargas is also available, and David Robertson's warming up. Suzuki with a catch. Pitching to 2-2. This, the middle of the White Sox order. LaRoche, Garcia, and Ramirez.
And David Robertson getting ready for the top of the ninth.
Swing and a miss, and Thompson strikes out. LaRoche, one away.
Yeah, second strikeout, and what I mentioned last inning, Thompson. Now with Garcia coming up, he will go from the third base side of the pitching rubber, but you can see against left-handers right there, he works off that first base side, and of course with a right-handed hitter, he's over on the third base side of that pitching rubber.
Blaine Boyer was warming up, and it looks like Paul Molitor will bring him in here. Pretty good outing by Aaron Thompson. 4 men, 4 outs. 1 down in the 8th, and a pitching change for the Twins. Blaine Boyer coming in. He was the losing pitcher yesterday, and he'll try to keep this a 3-2 game today.
Yeah, Boyer yesterday, 2/3 of an inning, did give up 3 hits. One questionable that kind of scored the winning run, but he ended up getting the loss in the 5-4 loss to the White Sox. Making his 4th relief appearance.
Sure. Under Santana's glove, and Garcia on the first pitch gets a single.
Garcia picking up his 2nd hit of the ball game, the 9th hit for the White Sox.
Ramirez just missed busting the game open in his 5th inning at bat with 2 men on. He sent one down the line, and the wind may have helped push it just foul, and I mean by inches. He later made the final out of the inning. Way out in front, strike 1.
Well, it was Ramirez in yesterday's ball game with 2 outs, hit that ball to Santana that he fielded in deep short, but then threw high to Joe Mauer. They gave him an infield base hit, then 2 hits later.
I think
White Sox scored a run.
Yeah, I think there's a pretty good chance that call might be changed. Twins, I think, will go through the appeal process with Major League Baseball. There goes Garcia, swung on and missed. And a stolen base for Avisario Garcia.
Well, one thing Boyer has, he has that high leg kick. And Garcia, not known to steal bases, took off there. Slid in safely. So the White Sox steal their first base of the season. It comes from Garcia.
0-2 to Ramirez. chopper foul over Joe McEwing's head. Paul Molitor said not to excuse Santana's throw yesterday. Santana himself said he should have made the play, should have made an accurate throw. They should have gotten the out and gotten out of the inning. But it was an example of what happens when you've got a fast runner who's busting it down the line. Santana from the outfield grass hurried his throw just a little bit, and it sailed on him and ultimately cost the Twins a run in the ballgame. 1-2. And Suzuki with a nice block. Twins have gotten one in the 8th inning to make it a one-run ball game, and they know David Robertson is warmed up ready to pitch to them in the 9th. So it's imperative that Garcia be left at second base. Two and two. And now a full count. And Beckham, who replaced Gillespie, is in the on-deck circle. Headed up the middle, another base hit. And Garcia will score. Ramirez with a 4-hopper up the middle. And Boyer gives up a costly run here in the 8th.
Yeah, Boyer went to the breaking ball, and Ramirez took it right back up the middle. His second RBI of the ball game on his second hit. So the stolen base by Garcia, the slider kind of hung right there, and Ramirez took it right back up the middle. It's a 4-2 ball game.
Beckham will bat. Ramirez a threat to steal if the White Sox feel that they can get a good read on Boyer. They may send Ramirez here. Ball and a swing and a miss. Red Sox getting 2 runs in the first inning against Phil Hughes, adding a run in the 3rd. Big run here in the 8th. Twins a couple of hits and a run back in the top of this inning, but now Robertson will have at least a 2-run lead to work with in the 9th.
I thought Phil Hughes responded nicely after that tough first inning. Only one more run allowed, and that's the LaRoche home run.
Hits in 3 innings. And 4 runs, all of them earned, although again the one yesterday might be changed to an unearned run. To the left field corner and deep. Gone, a home run for Gordon Beckham. And the White Sox with 3 runs in the 8th inning against Blaine Boyer.
Well, Gordon Beckham, who for 7 seasons was a short second baseman for the White Sox, traded to the Angels. He came back. He says, I want to be a Chicago White Sox. It's his first home run on the year, his 64th in his career.
Three runs in. And Flowers takes ball one. Another hit. Boyer's given up 4 hits to the 4 batters he's faced. And one of the reasons he's out there is Casey Fiend is unavailable. He might not be available tomorrow as well. Micah Johnson will hit. What's particularly distressing here, I would think, for Paul Molitor is that these are all right-handed hitters. Boyer in his history has had a much tougher time with lefties, but Garcia, Ramirez, Beckham, and Flowers all hit right-handed, and they all 4 got hits, and they've broken the game open.
And Brian Dunsing will be coming in out of the bullpen.
Dunsing got the save here Friday, and he'll pitch here today.
I'm just excited to have the opportunity to continue building on what I was, working on towards the end of the year last year, and building on the success I had in spring. And I feel strong. It feels good as I ever have. So I mean, all that kind of stuff is I did it already, and it's nice to be able to move forward.
He's got a deeper voice than you.
Yeah, I know that. I've talked with him about that. Trevor May was just called up with Ricky Nolasco going on the disabled list, and will make the home opening start tomorrow.
Well, Dunsing here a couple of days ago got his second major league save, his first on the year, of course, making his 3rd relief appearance.
Flip foul. 1-1. What's next? Brought to you by CenturyLink. It is the home opener. The Kansas City Royals, last time I checked, were leading the Angels 4-1. They may come into Target Field 6-0 on the season. So much for the World Series hangover they were supposed to experience, huh?
You know what that does, though? It gives you that taste. I know in 1978, we with the Pirates, came very close, and the next year we won it because you felt what that felt like.
Never quite understood the theory behind the World Series hangover for the losing team.
No. If anything, it makes you hungrier.
And Johnson strikes out. 2 down.
Dunsing picking up his strikeout.
And that'll bring up Eaton. It's not a save situation anymore because of the 3-run inning. So Putnam has joined Robertson out in the Chicago bullpen. White Sox threatening to take 2 out of 3, and they haven't gotten a whole lot of production from either Eaton or Abreu, 2 of the main cogs in their lineup. One strike. There's Zach Putnam, who's joined David Robertson. Breaking ball lifted to short left. And Santana with the catch, and that ends a bad inning for the Twins, particularly Blaine Boyer. It's a 4-run lead now. Even though it's not a save situation, Robin Ventura brings in his closer, David Robertson. The White Sox have an off day tomorrow, so Robertson hopes to repeat what he did yesterday.
Well, 3 batters up, 3 strikeouts for Robertson. Kind of credits the shadows a little bit, too, but boy, this guy's got nasty stuff anyway. Free agent over the winter, signed a $46 million 4-year contract with the White Sox.
Nice enough to visit with Jamie Hirsch after the game, and he said, yeah, he felt pretty good out there with the shadows. There are no shadows here today, so we'll see whether the Twins have any better swings against a guy with swing and miss stuff. It'll be Kurt Suzuki, Schaefer, and Arcia are scheduled to follow. Herman and Vargas available off the bench. Strike 1 to Kurt Suzuki. Suzuki's had 3 really good plate appearances, 2 of them ending in walks, each time leading off an inning. Twins weren't able to capitalize. And now 2 strikes.
Robertson at 5'11", very good fastball, outstanding curveball. Has that little cut fastball and a changeup. 7 seasons wore a Yankees uniform. All-Star for the Yankees in 2011.
Kind of handcuff Flowers. 1-2. Yankees kind of alternating Andrew Miller and Dellin Betances as their closers when they do have a lead. Almost foul. Yankees have led for 1 inning this year. 1-2. Suzuki continues to battle some pretty nasty pitching. It's to right center field. Garcia with the catch, 1 away. And we'll bring up Jordan Schaefer. The 3 runs that the White Sox got in the bottom of the 8th limit, of course, what Paul Molitor is able to do here with Vargas available on the bench, a power threat. And if it were a 1-run ball game, we might see a change here, but certainly not down by 4 runs. Garcia on deck. The Twins hope to turn the lineup over and
get that opportunity.
Well, Twins had one good game. I forget whether it was last year or 2 years ago against Robertson. They just really knocked them all around Yankee Stadium. But he looked unhittable yesterday. Falling behind Schaefer, now 2-0.
I needed only 15 pitches with the 3 strikeouts. 11 were strikes.
Over, 2-1. White Sox kind of doing to the Twins today what the Twins did Friday. The Twins added 3 runs in the top of the 9th and took the game out of a save situation. And here the White Sox get 3 runs on the bottom of the 8th that have done the same thing. Schaefer gone, 2 down.
Right fastball. Robertson picks up a strikeout.
Twins with just 1 hit and 8 chances with men in scoring position. That came back in the 3rd inning when they got Nunez's leadoff double, and then Santana doubled 2 at bats later. That's their only hit with men in scoring position. Arcia's second at bat. Tapped back to the mound, his first time up in a pinch hitting appearance, and started a double play. High fly to right. And the White Sox have taken this series 2-1. Anthony LaPanta, it's not been a good road trip for the Twins to get this season started. They'll try to regroup and have a good homestand starting tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine.